I think before that, I never really had that passion at any other job. I was in a snowstorm.
Okay, rom-com.
Okay. I really see this going somewhere, and I think I'll regret it if I don't take the chance.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, a podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend, T. I'm your host, Cass, and let's get right into it. So today, we are joined by Ashley Rotman. Ashley is the co-owner of the bakery LuLaroo. LuLaroo is a Stoughton-based bakery that specializes in vegan, small-batched baked goods for both humans and dogs. Ashley, I want to thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm so happy. I'd love for you to tell us the story of LuLaroo coming to fruition. In doing my research on the bakery, I know the turning trying times into triumph story, but I'd love for you to share it with today's listeners. Let's maybe start with what year LuLaroo came to fruition.
Okay. So we started in 2020, peak COVID. Everyone was like, what are you doing? Not a great time to start a business, but honestly for us, it was. My wife and I, Rachel, we were both working from home remotely. We were lucky to work from home. And so we had this extra time on our hands. And she's a great cook, and I love to bake just for fun. And so we were baking and making food just for family and friends. We would bring like trays of macaroni and cheese and cookies and cupcakes and just drop it off at their house.
So you guys are the friends that everybody wanted during COVID. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes.
So we started doing that, and it was, like I said, just for fun, just for family and friends. And people, they really liked it. And then we started making our dogs dog treats. And then we would give our friends, their dogs treats. So we really liked it. We started just having fun with it. And we were like, okay, maybe we could start selling to the public, And we made a Facebook page, an Instagram page, just local. And we were posting, just our cupcakes and the pup cakes for dogs. And, we got a few people, and then it started growing. We were like, okay, maybe we have something here,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I ended up leaving my corporate job about 2 years in. And I said to Rachel, I think I really see this going somewhere, and I think I'll regret it if I don't take the chance. It was getting to the point where I needed to give it my full attention, and trying to juggle both a corporate job and this side gig that it just wasn't working out anymore. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love that so much. So many questions. So many questions. You and your wife, Rachel, both love dogs.
Yes.
I want to know where that came from. Where did that love of dogs derive from?
So I grew up with a German Shepherd. She was a family dog, Bella. She's passed on since, but she was a great dog. And Rachel grew up with dogs. Her stepfather used to foster or rescue a bunch of dogs. So we just both always grew up with a dog. And I knew once we had our own place and had space for ourselves, we're getting a dog. So right away, I need a dog.
That's a non-negotiable.
Yeah,
we're getting a dog.
Getting a dog, and we did shortly after. So.
I love that.
Yeah.
Would you like to share the story of you and Rachel? You don't have to. Okay, let's do it. I love a good love story.
So we're both from Stoughton originally, and we live there now. We live like 5 minutes from my mother, 5 minutes from her mother. So,
shut up.
Yeah, we're very close.
Another. Your moms love that.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah, they do.
So we grew up, we went to high school together. We didn't really know each other. You just see people around, and she was a year above me. And so she took the same Spanish class as me. She's an overachiever. So she was like, I have to retake this. I didn't get a good grade last time. And just because she took that, we were acquaintances, social media friends. I think she drove me home once, like in a snowstorm.
Okay, rom-com. Okay.
And then, like I said, Facebook friends, and you see what people are doing. So I think 2017, I saw she had just come back from Hawaii. I messaged her, And we just were talking and we went on a date and been together ever since.
2017.
Yeah, so about 8 years. And next month is our 3-year wedding anniversary. So
What are you guys going to do? Do you know?
I don't know. We usually go away just for like a weekend trip.
Love.
I don't know what we're doing this year, but
Love that.
yeah. So
Oh my gosh. We're going to dive into the pups.
okay.
Can we?
Yes.
Okay, yay.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me their names. Well, I know their names.
Okay.
Say their names.
So we have Cholula and then we have Roo. So
Okay.
LuLaroo. That's where that came from.
I love.
Lula, we call
names,
Lula for short.
Where did their names come from?
So Cholula actually came with her name, and that's half the reason we wanted her, because we were like, oh my God, the hot sauce. So we adopted her first, and she came with that name. And Roo was originally Mouse. And we
Oh.
were like, you don't look like a mouse. Like, we don't like that. And she kind of looks like a baby kangaroo. So then we were like, what about Roo? And we were like, yeah, we like that. So that's where LuLaroo stemmed from. Yeah.
That's so cute. I love that so much. They are rescue pups.
Yes, both of them.
Can you share with us their rescue story?
Yeah. So Cholula we rescued in 2019 first. And like I said, right away we were like, we want a dog as soon as we moved into our first place. And we put applications out there. Didn't really get many hits, but this one particular rescue group that she was with, she was living with a foster. She's from Arkansas originally. Wow. So they rescued a bunch of dogs from Arkansas. And her foster, I think she had been with for like 1 or 2 months. And she said, if you want to come see her, and if you like her, you could take her home that day. She was in Billerica. So we were like, yeah, let's go check it out. And immediately she was like, she'll snuggle up to you. She's such a love bug. So we thought we were special. She like came right over, sat between us. We're like, yes, you're coming home with us. And now she does that to everyone. So we weren't special. But yeah, so that was Cholula. And then Roo we got during COVID. Oh, wow. She's a COVID kid.
So not only did you start a business,
Yeah.
but you adopted another
Yeah.
for a child.
So we got her, and even during COVID, it was hard to find a rescue. But we were like, if we're going to adopt another dog, we should do it now when we're home and we have the time, you know, to train her. And she needed a lot of work. She was abused, and she didn't even go outside until she met us. So
Oh my god.
yeah, it was hard, but and she doesn't really like people still. She like tolerates us, I'd say. But she loves Cholula, so
They love each other?
they love each other.
Did they always
Cholula
love each
took
other?
some time.
Okay.
She was like, is this a guess? Like, what is this dog doing here? But
yeah.
yeah.
Here yesterday. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing with this dog? But she really brought Rue out of her shell, and she's her like safety blanket. Like I said, she's really like people, but she loves Cholula. So
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
Any more dogs in the future?
I would love to have more dogs. Rachel's always like, we can't be outnumbered. So
That's
like
true.
maybe, you know, down the line. I love French Bulldogs, my favorite dog. And they're hard to find as like rescues. So maybe if I ever see one, I always look, you know, on the sites. If I ever see one, I'd love to adopt a French Bulldog, yeah.
Why is rescuing important to you?
I think it's important because you see so many dogs in the shelter for many different reasons. I think people get dogs as gifts, as, you know, oh, we're starting a family, let's start with a dog. And then they don't realize it's a lot of work. And then they just kind of dump them, or people move. And, you know, we've seen dogs where the person's had it for 8 years. And they're like, yeah, I'm moving and I can't take you with me. And then
But I
they
feel
just
after
dump
that
them in.
much time.
Yeah, I'm like, how? That's my baby.
At
Like,
that point,
yeah. So
if I have a pen for 8 days, it's my baby.
I think just seeing all the dogs that need homes, it's like, it's a no-brainer. And they're so, you know, they give you that unconditional love. They're so happy.
That's the thing with
You know?
dogs. It's like they're always happy to see you.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't
no matter what.
No
Good
matter
day, bad day. Like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, even they might get they might get snarky and like
Yeah.
do something like, "Oh, you left me at home, so I'm just gonna pee in
Yeah,
the
a
corner
little
a little bit."
attitude,
A little
yeah.
attitude, give you a little, like
Yeah.
hello. But they will always love you. They will
Yeah.
always be excited to see you
Every day, it's like, I love you, no matter what.
no matter
happens.
what. Like, oh my gosh, like I could do anything, like, and they'll still your dog has your back.
Yeah. And we don't have kids, and these are like
These are your
babies.
kids.
Yeah, so
Your baby.
it just means that much more when you rescue,
Rescue
dogs
your
that
baby.
need homes.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that. Oh, I love. That's so good. Let's dive into LuLaroo.
Okay.
So one of your, you and Rachel's reasons for even starting the company was to pour back into the community because you wanted to do more than to just make food, which was amazing. Making food and baked goods for friends and family. What? That's amazing. But you wanted to do more than that.
Yeah.
Why was that important to you? Why was that a thing?
Honestly, I think before we started dabbling into this baking, she's a cook, but I liked baking for fun. I think before that, I never really had that passion at any other job, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I always had a good work ethic. My family, my parents especially, they were hard workers. And they always showed me, no matter what job you have, even if you don't think it's your the best career you will, or your number one job, like put 100% into it. And, I always did that at jobs, but I never felt like this is my passion. It's just like, no, I need a job. And I think once I started baking and we were really doing it, for people in the community and local, it was like, this feels good. For once, I feel like I found what I really want to do. So
Ashley!
as corny as that sounds, but it really was like, oh wow, I think I want to make a career out of this. Yeah, long
like I could do this every day.
Every day, on my feet every day. Like, I had a corporate job before this, and I was sitting at a desk every day, and now I'm on my feet 10 hours a day, and I love it. Like,
oh my god! But you're also in your own space.
Yeah, in our own space, and so.
What did you do? Great. You don't have to say the company if you don't want to, but what did you do prior to opening LuLaroo?
So I worked for a Gulf Oil company. So I worked for their corporate office, and I worked in like customer service. I was there about 3 years. But I've always kind of had a customer service background. I've worked for Marriott. I was a manager there. So dealing with people, dealing with the community, like it's just always been in my blood, I guess. And now I think I could take what I've learned from other places and kind of put this into our little business. And it's been great. I think that's the best part about it is the one-on-one with, dealing with people. And, it's not just, you could call any bakery and, they'll take your order and that's it. But you're just dealing with me and you get that one-on-one connection, and it's nice. You build relationships with people. We have so many repeat customers over the years that like will stick their neck out and say, you can come here, I've tried it, I love it. They recommend us. Like I could say it's good, but when other people stick out their neck, it's nice, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are doing your thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get into exactly what you guys offer.
Okay.
So LuLaroo specializes in vegan small batch desserts for humans and dogs.
Yes, both.
So is everything edible for both humans and dogs, or you can make a puppy order? Let us know.
So we have 2 separate menus, human menu and a doggy menu. Okay. So for dogs, we'll make birthday cakes. We make biscuits that you can personalize. We make mini pup cakes. So it's like a cupcake with little frosting on it for a dog. We make grain-free treats, like little chickpea waffles. Oh. And then we have our human menu, which we do custom cakes. That's probably our biggest seller.
Really?
Is the custom cakes. And when we first started, it was just cupcakes and the pup cakes. That's where our name. At first, we were called LuLaroo Cups and Pups.
Ah!
So that was just all we did. We were cupcakes and pup cakes. And then slowly we expanded. Let's try cookies. So we added cookies, squares, donuts, and then we got into custom cakes, and that's probably
then it boomed.
The biggest seller. Birthdays, anniversaries. I think during COVID, cupcakes were good because everybody wanted individual, no touching. And now the cakes are big because, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. And we're always expanding. I just started dabbling into bread, like making my own bread.
Yes.
So I might be adding that soon.
What breads have you made?
I've made focaccia, I've made sourdough, and I've made like a sandwich, basic sandwich loaf.
Do you love it?
I love it. It's something completely different than, normal baking.
Absolutely.
But I love it.
I could always have some bread and butter.
Yeah.
Bread and butter? Girl, don't put bread and butter in front of me.
Oh my God, so good.
Bread be warm?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Over. It's over. Okay, let's talk vegan for a second. Is everything vegan? Some things vegan?
Yeah.
And why vegan? Tell me about vegan.
Okay, so everything is vegan, dairy-free, egg-free. We do make some gluten-free items, but most of them have gluten in it. A lot of people have allergies nowadays, especially kids. So we'll get a lot of people that say, my kid can't have dairy or can't have eggs. And so they can't just go to Shaw's, Stop and Shop, for a birthday cake. So the reason we started vegan, Rachel was vegan when I first met her. So she's been vegan for like 8 years.
She's still vegan?
Yeah, she's still vegan. And I think when I first started baking, like just for fun, I was making her desserts and I was making them vegan. So I was finding egg replacers and, different substitutes. And I'm like, okay, this still tastes great. And there's no one's getting harmed, no animal is being harmed and it's cruelty free, So it was kind of a no-brainer. And like I said, with kids having so many allergies and just, people are gluten sensitive now, or they, everyone's gluten free. It's like trendy. So, we've just been baking vegan this whole time and I love it.
I love that you guys have such a big clientele and you're still vegan, because a lot of people are like vegan food is gross, but no, the testimonials are saying this food is not gross.
And I think that veganism gets a big, kind of a bad rep, it can't taste good if it's vegan. And we have so many people that aren't vegan and they're like, no, I'm going to continue ordering even though it's vegan because it tastes good.
Yes.
And I think, like I said, people can't just go into Shaw's or Stop and Shop and order a custom vegan cake with, whatever flavor you want. It's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
I also think if we weren't doing vegan and we were just making regular cakes, we probably wouldn't be as successful competing with those big names that have been out there.
Yeah.
Long term. Yeah. It's hard.
There's definitely more competition.
Yeah, definitely.
But you being in the South Shore and a vegan option, like you said, there's not a lot of that.
Yeah.
And it's already
kind of in that like dead zone
exactly.
area.
And it's already something that you had to do in your normal everyday because you love to bake and obviously you want to bake for the person you love.
Right.
So you had to bake vegan goods. So you're already a pro at it. So why not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I love it now. It's
and I love it now.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the leap. The leap from leaving Golf to all right, babe, we're just doing LuLaroo and we're just going to dive into it. That conversation, who initiated it, and what I know was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we got to the point, like I said, we started out slow. It was just a side gig. Yes. And then I'd say about 2 years in, I was trying to juggle, my full-time job. I'd work, a 9 to 5. And then after work, I'm trying to make cakes and do things, from 5 to 9. And it was like, this is too much. I can't do both. And it was growing, which was great, but it was almost like I can't give it my full attention while still working my full-time job. So, and she was working full-time and, we kind of had that conversation and I said, I really believe in this and I think it can go somewhere, but I can't really take it to that next level unless I leave my job. I can't do both. And I really want to give it my full attention because I see the potential. And she was like, I support you. Whatever you want to do. She gave me her 100% support. And I said to her, if it doesn't work, it was definitely a risk, and I don't think I've ever really taken risks like that. I've always kind of stayed put at whatever job. And she's like, if it doesn't work, you get another job, what's the worst that can happen? And I think I would regret not going for it and trying it.
Absolutely.
So.
You'd always be wondering.
Yeah.
You'd always, like, what if I jumped? Like, what if I leaped? And you actually did. And look, like,
we're going into our 5th year of business this year. So
does Rachel still work?
Exciting. Yes, she still works full time. So she's a decorator. So she does all the cake decorating. But I pretty much handle everything else as far as communication with customers, baking. I do all of that. Social media,
Oh my gosh, you're on top of all of it.
But I think if I didn't leave my job, we probably wouldn't be as successful at this point. So
I agree with that.
And it, like I said, it's a risk, but if she was on board with it, I really wanted to at least try,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it seems that you had the support.
Yeah.
So, and it was worth the leap. Look, almost 5 years in.
Yeah. And I think at first people were like, what are you doing? Like, you're leaving your secure job. And, family was supportive, but other people were like, I don't know.
Because it's a huge risk.
Yeah, it is. Risk. And I get it. I get that it's you're leaving something that's secure, a stable paycheck every week. It is a risk, but I was like, no, just believe in me. I see the vision, and
but what I recently learned and like what stuck with me, because like I always I can see it. Like I can literally, like if it's something that I really, really want, I can literally see me there. Like I can see me on that stage. I can see me talking to that person.
Right.
But like I have to remember that like I can see it. Like I have like God gave me that vision.
Right.
But that other person might not necessarily, like they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like I can't, but like you were able to see LuLaroo. Like you were able to see what you could do because you know yourself. Like you know what you're capable of. But like other people, that's what you got to show them. And you showed them. You showed them.
And I still think people are like, what do you do? And it's like, because there's a lot that goes into it, not just baking. As you know, as an entrepreneur, it's a lot. Yeah. And people are like, I don't know. I'm like, no, I'm telling you. I'm going to see this through.
Right. Absolutely. Do you want to expand in any other product fashion, or like do you like what's next on that?
Yeah, for products, like I said, I definitely think I want to add bread soon on the menu. Maybe some other desserts like Pop-Tarts are really popular now.
Yeah.
Macaroons are popular, so.
Desserts, there's always plentiful.
Yeah, there's always so many different things. And I look at like where we started and how many things I've added. I'm like, there's, endless possibilities. Yeah. And some things you try and they do well, other things not so well. So you take it off the menu and try something else. We do a lot of like seasonal menus. So every season, we have a new set of cupcakes and cookie flavors and different things. So people really like that, especially around the holidays, So maybe adding different flavors and different things.
Yes. So much on the horizon.
Dabbling.
Yeah. I love treats and foods and just like culinary because you can literally try anything. You can create something new. You can do a spin on something that's already out there. You can it's just, you just try whatever and if it sticks, all right.
And I've tried different variations of things. And I think at the beginning I was trying like crazy flavors and I had to reel it in a little bit. People were a little more not basic, but like they just wanted your basic, funfetti or vanilla. And I was like going like crazy. And I'm like, okay, let me bring it back. Yeah.
And lemon square mix?
Yeah.
No, baby, I want vanilla.
So, trying different things, seeing what works, what hasn't worked,
Absolutely. But then there are new things that people try that stick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're on, little tangent. I don't know if you're a TikTok girly,
yes,
but
I love TikTok.
Okay.
I love TikTok.
Are you? It always shocks me how many like different multiverses TikTok has. I'll mention something and people will be like, who? And I'm like, okay, never mind. Yeah. Have you fell down the stuffed chocolate bar rabbit hole?
With the Dubai. Oh my God.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it, but I've seen people make it like local.
Yeah.
I'm like, that looks good.
And that's like talk about like stumbling into an idea that like is new, like pistachio, like all of that. But it looks so good. Like you never know what will, it looks so good.
And I love stuff like that, like pistachio and like different unique flavors. We've done lavender.
Yes. I love a good lavender dessert. So wealthy. Eating love.
Yeah. You feel rich.
We're going to hop into the ordering process.
Okay.
And how simple it is for somebody to order from LuLaroo.
Okay.
So my name is Carrie. I always pull Carrie from Sex and the City. I don't know why, but that's my alter ego. My name is Carrie. I need a cake for myself and like two pup cakes for my dogs.
Okay.
What do I do? How do I go about this? Is there a number? What do I do?
So we have a website now. Okay. We actually just did a rebrand a few months ago over the summer. So our logo changed, our handle changed, Instagram handle. So now we're LuLaroo Bakery. Yeah. So that's our website, LuLarooBakery.com. Okay. So people can go right on the website. We have an order form for cakes you have to fill out, and then we'll contact you.
Okay.
But for anything else, like cupcakes, pup cakes, you can place an order. Our calendar comes up with our availability, and we ship some things. You can pick up local in Stoughton, or we do local delivery.
Oh my gosh. All your T's crossed, I's dotted, everything.
Yeah, the rebrand was about a 9-month project, and we just wanted a refresh. You know, the logo needed to be changed. After a while, I was like, I can't look at this anymore. I need something fresh, you know?
Yes.
So, and we didn't have a website. We just were using like a Google Docs form. So now we have a full website, Instagram, Facebook. We're on Google. You know, you could leave a review or find our website through there. So,
oh my goodness. I love a good rebrand.
Oh yeah.
A refresh. It's like a spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Like, let's take all this clutter out, all this old stuff. Let's revamp.
Towards the end, I was like, I need this to like hurry up because I can't look at this anymore. Like,
yes. And like your logo or like your name, like that's something you need to like love.
Yeah. Well, I think in the beginning, because we were just doing cupcakes and pup cakes, that was our name, LuLaroo Cups and Pups. And people were getting confused. Like, is this for humans, for dogs? We get a lot of that. So we were like, we have to change this. Like,
yes.
You know.
That's why you say for humans and dogs.
Yeah. So now it's just LuLaroo Bakery, and we tell them, for humans and dogs. But at first they're like, I don't know. Is the cups? Is the pups? It's like, what is... So it needed to be changed. Yeah.
Okay, this might be a dumb question, but I don't have a dog. So a dog can eat a vegan dessert, right?
Yeah. So for dogs, because it's a separate menu, like, you know, there's no chocolate or anything like that in there. We use like pumpkin and peanut butter, oats, maple syrup. So really healthy ingredients.
That sounds good. Like a granola bar.
Yeah, like a granola bar. We've had friends that are like, I tried a bite of my dogs. They're like, no, there's no sugar. But, you know, it's harmless. And we make dog cakes, and we've had people like, I'm having a dog party for my dog's birthday. And we've done little favors and a human cake and a dog cake. Like, people go all out for their dogs. Yeah.
I love a good dog party.
Yeah.
Oh, bring your
So
dog.
those are our people. Yeah. We love those people. Yeah.
How interested are you and Rachel in growing LuLaroo further? Like, is there an interest in adding things to the menu? Is there an interest in getting a brick and mortar? Like, how big do you want to go? Like, what do you want to do?
I think right now we're kind of at a good place where we just did the rebrand. Where we are with orders, we do wholesale as well. So we're at a good place of, this is a good busy for us, if you know what I mean, like not exhausted. Like I said, it's mostly me doing a lot of it. So because it's almost a one-man show and she comes in to decorate, we're at a good place. Maybe down the line, we'd like to get into maybe a commercial kitchen space, you know, a bigger space. I don't know so much about the brick and mortar, only because we see so many places. They go in for a year, it's a lot, and they close. So I think I'd stay away from that, but maybe just a bigger location to bake in would be nice. But yeah, maybe down the line. Yeah, a little more space. But other than that, I think I like where we're at. I like the pace. You know, we're busy every week, but not to the point where I'm like, you know, drowning or not having a life outside of baking. I think in the beginning we were trying to take every order and do every event, and we were doing farmers markets, and it was a lot, and we kind of got away from that. And now we're just doing, direct to customer orders or wholesale orders, and it's enough for us. And we're like, why are we going to put ourselves through that? It's nice in the beginning to get your name out there with the markets and pop-ups, but it's a lot of pre-work that goes into it. And, it wasn't guaranteed. Are you going to make money? You don't know. Are people going to show up? So there's a lot of risk in that we were like, let's shy away from that and stick to guaranteed orders.
Yeah.
And this year was our first year not doing any real events, and we were just so much happier. We've had more of a social life,
Mm-hmm.
So we need that work-life balance. Absolutely. Which is nice. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times in the beginning, it's like, all right, I need to get, like, nobody knows me. Nobody knows this business. Nobody knows us. We need to get our names out there. Like, we need to do everything.
Right.
And then you burn out and you're like, bro, do I even...
Too much.
Yeah, like, bro, this is too much. Like, do I like this? I know that I like this, but I'm kind of not liking this as much.
Yeah.
So you just need to, like, reel it back. So...
And even like taking every order, it was like, just so thankful in the beginning, people are coming to us, so I want to do everything. And like at midnight, someone saying, hey, I need a cake tomorrow. And it would be like, okay. But now, years in, it's like, okay, you don't have to take every order. You can't set that boundary that like, we need a heads up, and I'm starting to get into that. I want to help people. So I'm like, if I can, I'll do it. But you also need that balance of, I also need to sleep,
Right. You need to set those boundaries.
Yeah.
But that's so true. Like in the beginning, it's like, thank you. Like, I'm so thankful.
Right.
It's not like you get less thankful as it goes on, but like you start to think about yourself more.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
Damn, I'm running the ship, so if I go down,
right,
like none of these orders are getting fulfilled.
Yeah, and I think that definitely, as we, go on through business, learning that it's important. Like we don't have to say yes to everything and put yourself first a little bit, like
you need to.
Yeah. So
I don't know what it is, but there is something so like valuable and like wholesome in a company that is like, is a large company, but it's small enough where it's not a hassle. I don't have to jump through hoops in order to get what I need. Like, say if LuLaroo became this huge company in the next 5 or 6 years, like you guys really like focused on doing that. I think it would like to the clientele that is already in love with you, already knows you as what it is. It's like, damn, like this shifts everything. Now it becomes this big machine where it's like, I loved LuLaroo as just like a conversation with Ashley.
Yeah.
I love LuLaroo for what it was. And I'm not saying it's bad to grow. I'm saying there's a lot of shift as you grow, as you get bigger.
I think the same. I think, when you're a small business, you're just having that, one-on-one connection. And a lot of our customers, we see, their kids grow up and you build relationships with people. And I think when you get bigger or these big corporations, you're not getting that
It's so
connection.
much harder.
And I love that part of it, the connecting with people and, how's your mom? How's your kids? You're not getting that at,
at this
these big
Yeah.
bakeries. They're just, you're a number to them. And
then you lose that connection. And then you're like, why am I doing, now I'm just like I'm just doing this to make money and I'm not happy anymore. I'm just, what am I, like, come on.
And it could taste good and it can look great, but I think personally that one-on-one, that personal connection is what makes us stand out from these bigger corporations,
Absolutely. It's a cherry on top.
Yeah.
It's like a little extra. Okay. We're going to wrap up.
Okay.
But in closing, I want to know, well, we touched base on this a little bit, but I'm going to ask it formally.
Okay.
What do people have to look forward to with LuLaroo? What can they expect? What are you excited about? Just let us know.
So I think in the future, hopefully adding more products would be nice.
Your breads.
Our breads, a bigger kitchen, like I said. Maybe expanding our delivery location, our, delivery radius.
How far do you go out now? I didn't know.
Right now, like 15 miles-ish.
Okay.
Sometimes farther if people are like, please, I have no ride. I have no way of getting to you, Okay. But that would be nice to expand our delivery range.
Do you guys have like a delivery van? Or not
We
yet?
don't know.
Okay, so
no,
a van
we
would be
don't.
cute.
Yeah, that might be nice.
Okay.
Maybe a delivery driver, you know?
Yes.
So I don't have to bake it, bring it, you know?
Yes.
That would be nice.
Yes.
So,
Manifesting.
yeah. Maybe some kind of like monthly subscription down the line would be nice.
To like email people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the breads are coming.
Something like that.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for focaccia. That like when you said focaccia, I was like,
Oh, yeah. That's
okay, but are the
my
breads
favorite.
vegan too?
So, not really. Well, I guess by default they are. I don't specifically look for vegan bread, but the ingredients that's in our bread just happens to be
Vegan?
your basic like flour, sugar, yeast. So there's really nothing I'm substituting. If that makes sense. It's just
Wait, no butter in the focaccia, or is that oil?
no. Yeah, just olive oil. So
That's the reason I asked the question.
and rosemary and.
So you know I don't
You'll have
bake,
to try
girl.
one. Yeah.
I will definitely.
Yeah.
What? So Ashley, let our viewers and our listeners know how people can connect with you.
So they can connect through our website, LuLarooBakery.com. And then we're also on Facebook and Instagram, LuLaroo Bakery. And by email, LuLarooBakery@gmail.com.
Okay, everything LuLaroo Bakery.
Yeah.
I love easy, nice and easy.
Yeah.
But I'll place everything on the screen if you're watching and in the bio if you're listening, like I always do. People know that. You guys know that I always do that for you guys. So one final question, the last question that I ask everyone.
Okay.
So I created this podcast for people to learn, both about themselves, but about the world, and essentially know that they can do anything that they want, like literally anything they want. So my final question to everyone is, what is one thing, and it can be in regards to anything, business, yourself, life, the world, what is one thing that you wish more people knew?
I think more people should take risks in themselves. I've never been a risk taker, but starting this business, it was the first thing I really felt confident in myself that I could take that risk. And I think a lot of people, you know, life is hard and you're just trying to get by and you don't really want to take risks because risks are scary. But I think you'll never know what you can accomplish and do in life if you don't take those risks. So go for it. Yeah.
That's so true, though. Yeah. Like, people are so scared of falling, but like, bro, what if you fly?
Yeah.
Actually, like, you guys are soaring. Like, what? It's so good. Like, you could fly, and I think that's so important. So, yes, take the risk.
Take the risk.
That's a good
Believe
one.
in yourself.
Yes, you can do it.
Yes. Exactly.
Alrighty, folks. On that note, thank you so much for watching. If you watched, thanks so much for listening. If you listened, Through with the Splash of Tea podcast can be found on every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on all streaming platforms, including YouTube. Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You have to come back.
Yes, I will. With focaccia.
With focaccia. Oh, one last thing. You guys, Ashley brought me donuts. She brought me apple cider
Apple cider, yeah.
vinegar is crazy. Apple cider donuts, which look delicious. So I'm going to try them and I'll let you guys know. I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you didn't, my friend sent me cookies and I tried those and they were delicious. I love when people give me food. So send me food, make me things. I'm definitely going to try your bread when it comes out.
Yes, definitely.
Bread. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, Ashley. Anything else you want to say to the people? It's your time.
That's it. Thank you for having me and hope everyone enjoys.
Yay.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. My pleasure is all mine. Alrighty, folks. On that note, we're going to head out. You guys have a good one. Bye.